Hey, Old Town kids, good morning. Hey, do you like getting mail? Have you ever gotten a letter or a card or a note in the mail and it came from a really special person, or it said something that was really meaningful and it was just really special to you? If you have a time like that, if you can think of something like that, have you ever held on to that really special mail? Sometimes if I get a note that is just so special to me, I might hold on to it for a while so I can read it again. At our house, we have a piece of mail that is considered the most special mail in our whole house. And it's a thank you note. And so my sons have a cousin who's just a little bit younger than they are, and a few months ago he had his first birthday, and they don't live that close to us, so we mailed him a special birthday present, and a few weeks later we got a note in the mail, and it was a thank you note, and it was from their cousin to my sons. And now he is only 1 year old, so I'm pretty sure his mom wrote it, but it was this special note from their cousin thanking the boys for their gift. And my son Charlie loved this note. Loved it so much. I mean, and it was just a regular thank you note, but he loved it so much that when we would do story time and we'd say, "Hey, Charlie, will you go get a book?" he would come back with the thank you note. And again, it's just a regular thank you note. It has trains on the bottom. It's kind of cool. But it just says thank you for the gift and I miss you and that kind of thing. But I have read this letter to Charlie, 50, 100 times. So many times because it's his favorite note. And sometimes I finish reading the note and Charlie goes, again, he wants it again. And so then we read it again. And then he wants it again and we read it again. And we just read this thank you note all the time. And it got to the point where we started sending the boys' cousin and their aunt pictures of us with this note, because it goes everywhere. And I'm telling you, it's dirty, it's crumpled, but it's loved. It meant so much. And so we started sending pictures, and a few weeks ago, we got another one. Except the first one was to our whole family, and then the second one was just for Charlie. And it's a special note to Charlie from his cousin, just telling Charlie about life, seeing how Charlie's doing, writing him another note. And Charlie loved it. And so now he has not one, but two really special notes from his cousin. Why am I telling you this? Because mail is special, because writing letters can be so important and so meaningful. And in the Bible, this was a way that people shared updates with one another. This was a way when people had questions, they might write a letter asking a question, and then someone might respond and answer the question. And these last many weeks, we have been looking at what happened after the cross. And today, in our last week of our Adventures After the Cross series, we are looking at our friend Paul one last time, and we are looking at how Paul wrote letters. When you open your Bible to the New Testament, so many of the books in the New Testament are letters that one person wrote to a group of people, letters from people to people talking about Jesus, talking about what it was like to be the early church, talking about how do we live, how are we supposed to live our lives to be more like Jesus, and encouraging one another. And these letters were so meaningful. They were so meaningful not just to the people who received them, but they have been meaningful for hundreds and thousands of years to all of us. That's why those letters became so important that we put them in our Bibles. Now, I hope you will check out this week's Kids at Home lesson, where you can learn a little bit more about Paul's letter writing and about what these letters said. I mean, all of these stories that we've been hearing, they come in the context of some of those letters, right? And so if you check out this week's Kids at Home lesson, you can learn more about Paul's letters, about how Paul used letters to encourage others to learn more about Jesus. And maybe we, too, could think about how can we, whether through letters or through our words or through our actions, maybe, in emails, maybe in other ways, maybe in just the people that we're seeing at the park or wherever we go, how can we be encouraging others just like Paul did in his letters? That's it from me for today. I will see you next time. Have a great week. Bye.